Good afternoon. This is call number 2020-46076. In the interest of Jeffrey Wayne Wilson III, all parties and witnesses, please raise your right hand and be sworn and unmute yourself. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Mona Landry, I'm his mother.
All right. Representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Andrea Perard.
Court will note that Jeffrey Wayne Wilson Jr. is the non-custodial parent. He was personally served on November 18th, 2021 at 6:08 p.m. 3401 Iron Point Drive, apartment 449 in San Jose, Santa Clara County, California. It also appears that on the 17th of May, 2022, he signed a reset order setting this matter for a Zoom hearing today, and he has not appeared. Is that correct, Ms. Berard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I'll take out the trash. I whoop that ball out loud. I whoop that booty.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would call Miss Landry. Ma'am, in regards to conservatorship, you have no objection to being named joint managing conservator with Mr. Wilson, with you designating the residence with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Wilson is currently living in California for work, but when he's not there during the football season, he's back in Texas. So that is why you've agreed to the geographic restriction. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, as for possession and access, you have no objection to the standard possession order being entered in this case. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
Now, as far as his income, Mr. Wilson is currently employed with the San Francisco 49ers. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he is on the current active roster and has been for a couple of years. Is that correct?
Correct.
So we've been able to confirm your own personal knowledge of his income along with the NFL collective bargaining agreement that as a active roster with more than 3 years, Mr. Wilson's average gross monthly income is around $65,000 per month. Because you have personal knowledge that his contract is $1,035,000 annual income. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that even if he is injured, he is guaranteed a $500,000 payment annual income, correct?
Correct.
So with that, with either one of those amounts, you understand that you are maxed out per the family code at the $9,200 net income. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Wilson has private health insurance through his employer. Is that correct?
Correct.
And we don't know the cost of it, but we did give him almost $3,000 worth of credit off of his net, which still puts him at $9,200 net, just as a courtesy and calculations of what we would do if you were on government assistance. Is that your understanding?
Mm-hmm.
So giving him credit for the cost of that health insurance, again, and he has no additional children that you are aware of. Is that right?
Correct.
That his max net is $9,200. And so per the Texas Family Code, your child support will be set at $1,840. And that will begin September 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have not asked for any retroactive child support, medical support, or dental in this case. Is that correct?
Correct.
That concludes the order, Your Honor. I pass my witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Landry, you're free to go.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Do you have another?
I do, Your Honor. I should have Marino next. Marino and Rauda Bonilla.
What? Oh, haven't gotten the Merino yet.
Okay, I printed that one, but I have, if you would like, we have Miss Prime here who's just logged in. That's on the Williams Prime.
Hold on, I've got Merino now. All right, this is cause number 2021-54716 in the interest of Jennifer and Giovanni Marino. All parties, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Miss Rauda, are you on video? Please turn on your video and unmute yourself. All right. Raise your right hand to be sworn, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Heidi Rauda, and I am the mother of Jennifer and Giovanni Marino.
All right, representing the state attorney general, state of Texas.
Andrea Pruard.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Ismael Merino. Mr. Merino was personally served on May 24th, 2022 at 10:47 a.m. at 1416 Brigden Road in Livingston, Polk County, Texas. And he has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would call Miss Rauda.
All right.
Ma'am, in regards to conservatorship of both children, you're asking to be named sole managing conservator in this case, with you designating the residents with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And although there's been no allegations of physical violence between you and Mr. Marino, you're requesting sole managing based on the fact that there has been some issues in regards to communicating with him. And for the first 7 years of the children's lives or so, he was incarcerated for a long period of time. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Also, ma'am, Ismael Merino is the father of the children. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
All right.
And so you're asking to be able to make decisions without the need for communicating with him based on his lack of participation in the past. Is that right?
Mhm. Yes.
Now, in regards to possession and access, you're requesting that there be a phase-in periods to begin possession and access, with the first phase of supervised be for 5 periods, and then the remaining 3 phases be 15 periods each. And then once that is concluded, then a standard possession order being entered in this case. Is that correct?
Yes.
So although the children, how old are the children?
They are 8 and 10.
Okay. So although they're 8 and 10 and clearly over 3 years old, you're requesting this because in the past you've allowed the children to go with him and he threatened to not return the children. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And you feel it's in the children's best interest to begin with that supervised visitation to ensure that he cooperates with the possession schedule.
Yes.
And any pickup and drop off in the phase-in and the supervised visitation is going to occur at the McDonald's at 430 Uvalde Road in Houston 77015. Is that right?
Yes.
Because you're also asking for a non-disclosure in this case. While he knows where you currently live right now, should you move, which you're intending to move soon, you do not want him to know your address and information. Is that right?
Yes.
And why is that?
I'm scared of him. He's a violent person. I did not give him my address where I currently live now. He asked my kids to provide him with the address. Just don't want him to have my address.
Has he in the past caused issues with you, been very argumentative, conflicting in conflict?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you believe it's in yours and the children's best interest for him not to have your address?
Right.
Now, as for his income, we are using the minimum wage presumption in setting support. And how are these children covered by insurance?
They have Medicaid currently.
We're going to order you to maintain that government medical assistance. We're requesting that Mr. Marino reimburse the state $75 per month beginning September 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
And giving him credit for the cost of that health insurance and no additional children that we are aware of, your child support will be set at $267 beginning September 1st, 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
Now, in regards to the retroactive support, you're requesting support from October 2019 up until now, and that is from the time period when Mr. Marino had been released from jail. Is that correct?
Correct.
And using the minimum wage presumption, that came out to be $9,345. And you're requesting that he pay that back at $98 beginning September 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
And has he provided any financial support to you since October of 2019 until now?
No.
I believe that concludes the order, Your Honor. I pass my witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, you're free to go.
Thank you.
We've got Prine.
Yes, Judge.
I don't have a return of citation on this one. That's the mother. Huh? This is it right here. That's the mother.
I know, but it should be minimized. I should have minimized it.
Minimize this.
No, I should have minimized the documents.
Hold on. Okay. Let me put this down. Which one would it be? No. This. No.
Check the one at the end.
No. Is this Williams? Yes. Okay, the only citation I have here is, oh, here it is.
It was minimized.
It was minimized? Okay. Let's see what that looks like. All right, this is cause number 2022-05562 in the interest of Josiah Prine. Ms. Prine, I can't see you.
I'm sorry.
All right. Okay, raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Tiana, and I'm his mother.
All right, representing the state of Texas Attorney General's office.
Andrea Perard.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Devion Williams. Mr. Williams was personally served on in Anderson County, Texas, on February 23rd. 2022 at 8:28 a.m. at TDC 2661 FM 2054 Tennessee Colony, Anderson County, Texas. He has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would call Ms. Prine. Ms. Prine, in regards to conservatorship, you have no objection to being named joint managing conservator with Mr. Williams. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
With you designating the residence with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, once Mr. Williams is released from jail, you have no objection to a standard possession order being entered in this case. Is that your understanding and agreement?
What does a standard order mean?
Standard possession order is every other weekend, 1st, 3rd, and 5th, from Friday to 6 to Sunday at 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. And since you understand that Mr. Williams is currently incarcerated, that child support and medical support will both be set at 0 beginning September 1st of 2022, but we can't always modify that if and when Mr. Williams is released from jail. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Mm.
You have to say a yes or no, ma'am, because we're recording.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And how is this child covered by insurance?
Medicaid.
We're going to order you to maintain that government medical assistance. And in regards to retroactive support, you were asking for support from September of 2018 up until October of 2019, which is approximately 11 months. And that was from the date of birth up until when Mr. Williams went into jail. Is that correct? And we used a minimum wage presumption in setting that. And so that is a judgment of $2,387. And since he is incarcerated, that there will be no payout ordered at this time. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And in regards to the non-disclosure, you're asking for your address and information to be kept out of this court order. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And has there been family violence between you and Mr. Williams in the past?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In fact, I believe he threatened you with a gun in the past. Is that right?
I can't remember, but I know we had gotten to like a fight 2 times. He put his hands on me.
Okay, so he's physically assaulted you, put his hands on you several times. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And you believe it's in the best interest that your address and information be kept out of this court order. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Ma'am, if he knows where you live, is he likely to cause you harassment or abuse or serious harm or injury?
Not abused, but he always like threatened. Well, he used to threaten me and stuff.
All right, go ahead.
thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Berard.
And because of that non-disclosure, you're asking for any pickup and drop off in this case, be it 1306 Wild Grove Drive, Pasadena, 77504, which I believe is your mother's home. Is that right?
No, it was supposed to be at oh yeah, it is 1306. Sorry.
Okay. I believe that's it, Your Honor. Pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Prine, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there another one?